Welcome to the Animation Station Podcast, your home for discussions and debates about all things animation. Each week, we'll rank, review, and revel in animated shows from yesterday and today, and from around the world. So grab your Acme slingshot, set your mobile suit to autopilot, and put on your mouse ears. The Animation Station Podcast begins now.
Just blue, like him, inside and outside. Blew his house with the blue little windows and a blue Corvette. Come on, sing it. Everything is
I don't
blue
know what this
for
is.
Eiffel 65 and himself and
the
everybody.
name of the song?
Because he ain't got nobody who listens.
Sorry.
And it's like, I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die.
Oh, that's that song?
Yeah, my gosh, man. Come on.
That's a turn offer. You don't listen to that song, do you?
Yeah, dude. That song's great.
No, you turn that one off immediately.
Welcome to the Animation Station Podcast, episode 38. I'm Josh, and joining me is your co-host,
Gavin.
Wow, jeez. Starting this one off fresh.
Yes. Gotta love it.
Okay, Gavin, what happened this weekend? Did you do anything this week?
I did do a little bit of art, but this weekend is going to be all about art. It's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait. I'm trying to think if I got to watch anything animated besides what we watched for this episode. I still haven't been able to get back to Death Note, but I intend to finish that, so I'll get back there.
You finished Troll Hunters, right?
Oh yeah.
And you finished Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah.
Why haven't you started on Star?
Not really feeling that yet.
Ooh, that hurts inside.
That's probably because I know it's not over. Like, I'm really not interested in starting another series that isn't over. Like, the Troll Hunters thing was a unique enough thing that I was like, I really want to get in on this. But I'll probably wait until Star's concluded.
What if it takes like 5 seasons? You gonna wait
then
5
I'll
seasons?
wait 5 seasons, yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna ruin it for you so quick.
Well, then I probably won't watch it.
I didn't say that.
Pick your poison.
You weren't really here when we planned out the rest of the year.
No, you guys kind of went and did that, and that's awesome. I'm glad I don't have to think about it, and I'm excited because it's a crap ton of things that I've never seen, and that actually excites me.
June's gonna be... Wait, when's your birthday?
Oh yeah, you guys took away my birthday wishes.
I forgot about that.
No,
I completely forgot about that until...
That was the first thing I noticed. No Cars, no Pinocchio all year long.
Is it June?
Yeah.
But you saw the stuff that we're going to be doing.
Oh, I'm super excited.
It's going to be punful.
Like I said, I'm excited to watch new things, and it's, looking at the rest of the year, so the last 7 months of the year, it's filled with a lot of things that I've never seen before, so that makes me very happy. And I am being told to just keep it going, so I'm going to just kind of talk a little bit here about nothing at all, because I don't have anything else to say, but you're still scrolling through your phone, so... Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you're bad. The text message I sent to your wife when, because I was so excited about what we're doing in June, it was, so our cat theme... Can't even talk. Our cat-themed month is per-catically going to be filled with a colossal amount of cat puns. I'm positive that our Claudians will be pleased with our performance. It's going to be meownificent. And I threw my phone. I was like, amazing. What are cat puns? Okay, that's a cat pun. What is that? That's like another cat pun.
Now, which month is
That's June.
Month? June is the cat month?
I say that there's only 2 movies that have cats.
Yeah, that's actually the music themed month,
yeah,
right?
that's music themed.
June tunes.
June tunes.
I like that. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool.
We tried to do as much as we could. Mm-hmm. Kind of.
You guys did great.
Stylize.
I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I didn't want to do an episode where you destroyed Pinocchio anyway, so.
Good. Good.
I'll just stay over here on Pleasure
Hey,
Island.
but here's the thing. We'll watch Cars, and we'll do a cartoon cafe over Cars, and
Okay.
you can be, oh my God, Lightning McQueen, he went derp derp derp, and then he crashed, and then the movie ends.
You do a good impression of me.
Right?
That was spot on.
What if that's Cars 3? It's like everything that we're seeing that's actually the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And the whole movie is, him getting pumped, and then at the very end, like
fades to
he
black.
crashes, and it's like Disney and Pixar.
Or it does one of those epilogues. Lightning McQueen was taken to the garage where he was pronounced dead on arrival.
His axle broke. There was nothing they
There's
could do.
nothing they could do.
They took him to the scrapyard and turned him to one of those cute little cubes.
Oh. They put him inside Wally, and he was crushed.
Exactly. Now, that would be cool. What is Wall-E the same universe as Cars?
I don't see how it can be.
Well,
There are no humans.
we don't know where
There's
Radiator
no humans
Spring
in
is.
Cars.
Yeah. What if? Because all
Yeah,
the
but
humans
they travel
hold on,
all
hold
over
on.
the world.
All
every
of the
city.
humans. All of the humans has left. Right? They're all gonzes.
Fair point, but they've destroyed the planet.
Have they
The
destroyed?
planet
Here's
in
the thing.
Cars
We've
is
only
pristine.
seen one city in Cars.
No.
In Wall-E.
Well, yeah, but the premise of it is that that's the entire
But
Earth.
we only saw one.
We only saw it, but I think the rules in place are that it's the whole world.
Well, you're just a party pooper.
No, I'm not a party. I like that it could be maybe like they're separated by thousands of years, but yeah, no, I don't think so. Different universes.
No, I'm gonna say it's the same.
Same animation
In my
studio.
mind, it's the same.
All right, I'll
This
let you
is-
think that.
We're going off on a bunch of really
can
weird
weave it
tangents. Let's
together.
just go ahead and start.
All right,
our
what do you
wonderful
got?
topic.
What do you got in? No, you got any news? Don't you have something in the news?
Oh yeah, the only thing I have is a bunch of the Gundam series
Mhm.
are now available on Crunchyroll. So
Okay.
you got Gundam 00, Gundam 0096, G Gundam, Gundam Wing, Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, and Gundam Build Fighters.
That's another mech
Yeah.
suit.
Those are
thing.
all Gundams.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just making sure I know what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That stuff just doesn't interest me. Like,
that's
what is
great.
it about that kind of show that really tickles your fancy?
Well, it's a bunch of cool mechs in space, and they shoot other mechs, and people go, ah, and they get killed.
So it's boy anime. It's
Yeah.
shoot 'em up,
I mean, it's girl anime, too.
kind of.
Your wife has a whole binder full of the original Gundam Wing trading cards.
She's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
a little weird.
Yeah, she's the weird one.
She is.
You're going to Disney next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, and she's the weird one.
I'm 38 years young. I'm a big 38-year-old
maybe,
kid.
Maybe swap those numbers a bit.
83?
83. Yeah,
Okay.
you're 83 years.
Jeez, wow. I am an old crotchety guy.
But yeah, all those are on there. And I
That's cool.
recommend Gundam 00 because they have a character whose name is Alleluia,
Mm-hmm.
but he has a split personality whose name is Hallelujah. Right?
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That's spectacular.
It's fantastico.
Nice.
All right, so this was our Audience Appreciation April, our third, number three.
Yep.
And I believe it was recommended by Carolina.
Was it? I can't remember. She recommended a bunch of them.
Yes.
I thought it... Oh, no, I was going to say it was Hannah, but she did Hey Arnold.
Yeah, Hannah was Hey Arnold.
I think it was Carolina.
Yeah, I
I
think it's
think maybe
Carolina.
more than one person said
I
Wallace
think
and
so, too. I
Gromit.
think that's why. I think it was like maybe Sakura, too.
It's one that I've been wanting to put on our list for a long time, as you know.
And I think
One
we were
that
going...
you've successfully evaded for a long time, as you well know.
I think it may be in October.
It's not.
It's not.
I wanted it to be.
Did I not put
That's
it
what
in
I said. I
October?
said, oh, Dipper did that on purpose.
Hold on.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Well, it's something I've wanted to talk about for a while because I know that these guys are beloved, and I really wanted to expose you fully to them so that I could really see what you thought of them, because I know you have your presupposed opinion about them.
What's the adventures of ... and Mr. Toad?
Oh, she couldn't fit it in there. It's the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
No,
So
it's-
that's the Sleepy Hollow Disney.
Yeah. No, taking that off. We're putting W.
But it's got Bing Crosby in it.
Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Nice. Well, cool. I like that.
I don't. Oh, where? W-E-R.
Here's a little tidbit for you. That movie is the second highest grossing stop motion animated movie of all time.
Right behind, let me guess,
Yep.
Coraline.
No.
Was it Cuba?
No.
Oh.
It's from the
Chicken Run?
exact same.
Is it
Yes, it's from the
Chicken
exact same studio, Aardman. They have the top 2 highest grossing stop motion films of all time.
So
That's impressive.
on that bombshell,
Yeah.
this week is Aardman Animation Studios'
Wallace and Gromit. Yeah. And specifically, we watched the 3 short films that put them on the map. And they're
named.
I have them written down here. I always forget the names of them. Grand Day Out is the first one. The Wrong Trousers is the second one. And A Close Shave is the third one.
Well, why did it put it in weird order then?
You may have watched it in weird order. That's the order they're in.
Oh, I watched it. No, it's not.
It is. I just finished watching them
did I. The pants one is number 3.
Maybe you read the title screen that way, but...
Because that was the last one I watched.
Okay, maybe there are in a different order on there. I think you're right.
I think that's why you told me to watch them in this order.
Yeah.
Because that's it.
No, I think you're right. But that's the order they came out in, the order that I just said. So, 89 was when the first one came out, and then the last one came out in 95. So these are older. Like, they're right around the same time as Nightmare Before Christmas, which was 93. And, this is when at a time when people were starting to come back around to the idea of stop motion animation and its potential. And, Aardman had been doing stop motion since the 70s. They were founded in 1972. So, they just hit the right formula with these 2 characters right at the right moment when, Britain and America were both interested in stop motion again. And they really nail it because the animation in that first one, really rough.
I see. Okay,
but the story and the characters are so lovable that it just makes for a great little short story, and then it just rolls into the next 2, and you feel like you already know them. You feel like you know everything you need to know about those 2 characters, and the animation grows up with the films, and then by the time you get to their full-length feature in 2005, which was Curse of the Were-Rabbit, it's such good stop-motion animation. It beat out Corpse Bride for Best Animated Feature that year in 2005.
Nice.
So it's really freaking good.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Watching the pants one.
Mm-hmm. The Wrong Trousers.
The Wrong Trousers. When I saw that penguin, I automatically went to the chicken villain from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I've never seen that.
It's fine. That was immediately what I thought of.
Really?
I was like,
when did that come out?
Mid-90s.
Okay.
96 probably.
So right around the
96,
same time.
Yeah. I thought that was the first thing that hit me. I was like, oh, nice. I liked the cheese one. The cheese one was really good.
Grand Day Out.
Grand Day Out.
Yeah. So that kind of becomes one of the defining characteristics of especially Wallace, is that he's a cheese lover. So like when you get to A Close Shave, and he kind of has that slightly budding romance between himself and the wool shop owner.
Yeah.
But then when he realizes she doesn't like cheese, he's like, oh, so disappointing.
Like, oh, we can never
the
be
look
together.
on his face is priceless. I love it.
That one was my favorite because I liked Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And, that parlayed into a separate series. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which isn't as good because it's definitely a toddler show. Like, it's really for kids.
Did they make a movie?
They did do a Shaun the Sheep movie as well. Yeah.
It any good?
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
So I've only seen all of the Wallace and Gromit stuff and the Shaun the Sheep show in the Wallace and Gromit universe.
Okay. And Chicken Run.
Well, that's not in the Wallace and Gromit universe.
But still. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because there is a thing that says it has a chicken in the title of one of his newspapers in Grand Day Out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they make references to Aardman. It's like Pixar.
But that would have been in 89, so it would have been before Chicken Run.
Yeah, well, I mean, chickens were around before the movie Chicken Run. and all their stuff looks the same style, so it would look like a Chicken and Chicken Run. Because they have a distinct style. That's one of the things I like about Aardman is you can instantly tell it's one of their movies. They have a very distinct character design and just style of animation. Even when they decided to transition into doing CG movies, which, like, have you seen Flushed Away?
I know that it's a movie about rats.
Yeah, it's an excellent movie. You should see it. It's fantastic. But that's Aardman, but it's computer animation, but you can tell it's Aardman because it looks exactly like their claymation characters.
Just CG'd.
Just CG'd, yeah. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, are they just really good now, or is this animated? Like,
they got really good.
I couldn't tell for the first like 5 minutes of the movie. I was like, okay, this is computer animated.
It's like Leica and Aardman,
right?
joined
Exactly. Because they, a lot of them use computer effects for water or backgrounds or things like that, and so sometimes it's hard to tell. Like when I saw Paranorman for the first time, I was like, I think this is computer animation made to look like it's stop motion animation. Then when I found out that it was
stop motion,
I was like, dang,
and you were like, oh, Jeebus,
you're great.
Leica, dang.
But I love knowing that there are two awesome studios out there doing stop motion work. And Wallace and Gromit to me is just, it's so lovable. Like the two characters, they're just classically quaint and British.
Yeah.
And
I liked Gromit.
Yeah? You don't like Wallace?
I didn't care for Wallace.
Is it because he's kind of dumb?
I liked that he liked cheese. But that was about it.
He's so earnest. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't think you can not. I mean, you can't hate him.
No, I can't hate it, but it's like, if I'm going to, like, which would you rather, if one of these two was going to come to life and be for realsies?
Yeah. It'd be the mute dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
He's cool.
He's hilarious because...
Also kind of a little bit like Courage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he speak?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well, he kind of goes like... And like later on, he started talking.
Yeah.
He's like, Muriel. Like that,
Nice.
and he would kind of get a little bit more.
Okay. I like Gromit a lot. I love that he can express so much.
He's the straight man. And
yeah.
I like that. I like the straight man character.
Which is weird, though, because he's also the funny one.
Yeah.
Like
which is great when your straight man is your funny man.
Yeah, it's a good combo. They play off each other really well. It's kind of like Penn and Teller or whatever.
Yeah, like because like whenever Wallace did anything, I didn't find anything Wallace did to be funny. All of the comedy for me came from Gromit.
Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. I mean, Wallace kind of creates all of the action, and Gromit is mostly responding to all of the action, or solving or fixing the
the problems 90% of the time.
Yeah. So, okay, you said you liked the cheese one, so that was A Grand Day Out.
Yeah.
I like that one too a lot. It's not my favorite of the three, but
I felt really bad for that robot. I was like, no,
that's
robot,
the best
why are you guys
it,
so mean? And then he's like, I'm going to make skis. And I was like, okay, good. At least the robot got something. Until, he's going on like a downhill slope, and he runs out of his 10 pence. And he's going to, like, fall back down and, like, break himself. Yeah. That's the part we didn't see because it cut.
Right. No, I think that's a great little whimsical moment where they meet this robot. And he had to have come from Earth because robots don't just live on the moon.
Also had to come from, Great Britain.
Right. and it had the ability to dream of skiing on, Terrarian slopes. And I just thought that was awesome that it just had this clear desire. He wanted to get back to Earth and ski.
Question for you. Is this the type of movie, like the stop action stuff, is this what really got you into doodling on really small objects and paintings and things?
No.
Okay.
That's not. Honestly, what got me into doing small works was getting on Instagram and seeing a lot of people doing small works and realizing that I could do really high quality
before.
Yeah, I did murals.
Yeah.
When I realized I could do really high quality stuff that was small and I could do it fast or relatively fast, that's when I kind of moved into the small realm. So
nice.
I've never done much like physical 3-dimensional art like sculpting or ceramics or like wood carving.
What
or
you should
like
do
that.
is we should get you a bunch of them, and then you just do like paint like the little papers and stuff like that, like books and stuff, and then we'll send them to Leica and Aardman and be like, here, this is my portfolio.
Right.
And then they'll be like, oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
And then they'll hire you.
I don't know that I want to move to Britain.
Why?
I
hear it's nice and,
I would love to visit. I don't know that I want to move
and everything. That'd be
to that
great.
country.
Like
I might.
Seattle.
I've never been. So maybe I should visit and then decide.
Like Frasier.
I really don't think I would want to move to the Pacific Northwest. Really, or England. I don't like rain, first of all.
Well, yeah, you don't want to go to the Pacific Northwest because that's where Tanis is.
What?
It's a podcast.
Oh.
Called Tanis.
Oh.
It's about this mythical place. Don't go there. People die.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
And disappear.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Great fun.
The wrong trousers.
Yes. Let's do the close shave one. I like that was my favorite of the three.
Oh, mine too.
If I
That's
had to
mine too.
rank them, it would be a close shave, cheese, penguin.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the wrong trousers is last. But okay, the animation and the setup in that one is phenomenal. Like that whole heist that he plans with Wallace and stealing that diamond. Like just the animation setup of that, like staging that was
I like how
epic.
both of them, they were like, okay, let's do the dramatic bum, bum, music at the very beginning. Yeah. So they're like, this is gonna be a mystery.
Yeah. They do a good job of like playing up like genres and stereotypes as far as like what am I trying to say? Like just characterizing storytelling in those small bits because they're all under 30 minutes in short films, and so close shave.
I did real quick. I did like that all of Gromit's books were dog puns. Mm-hmm. That was great.
Yep. That was
like how he's reading what is it, The Republic by Pluto?
By Pluto.
Instead of Plato. That was good.
What is the one? It's Crime and Punishment, but it's something else it's when he's in jail.
Dog Chewevsky, I believe.
Oh, it's the author.
Yeah, it's the author.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I love that when he's putting together that puzzle and he's like, he's not looking at it.
He's not looking. He's like,
and then he looks down and it says Friday, 8 p.m. Be ready. He looks at the calendar. It's Friday. He looks at the clock. It's 8 p.m. And then instantly that sheep is there, cutting the bars. It's so good. That's my favorite scene though in that whole episode is that chase that follows
that chase scene is really good.
You got all the sheep up on the ladder and Wallace is at the top. He's like, get organized down there. And then they look back down and they're in a reverse pyramid going down the road on this motorcycle and sidecar. And that's where we get to see the motorcycle and sidecar in full action that I picked as my favorite animated vehicle.
Yeah, because it turns into a freaking
when
plane.
He detaches and goes off that cliff in the sidecar and Wallace Gromit turns it into that plane. I love that. It's so good. That's the best. His little red sidecar plane.
Yeah.
So amazing.
Shooting
and the fact that he's got the porridge gun.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's amazing. But yeah, that whole sequence is great when they go through the tunnel and you see them come out the other end and they're all in a tunnel shape. Just classic cartoony stuff. It's really good.
They put him through the robot dog through, and he's the freaking Terminator.
Shiromatic, is that what it's called?
Something like
that. Yeah. They really play up the fact that Wallace is an inventor, and they do that more throughout the series. And then, of course, it plays into Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and then they did one more short film after that called A Matter of Loaf and Death, where they run a bakery.
Of course. What happened to being window washers?
Well, he's inventing mostly. That's what he does. It's like I'm an artist, but no, I work 60 hours a week at a day job, That's what it is.
I don't like how you think it's 60 hours a week.
This week it was 55 hours this week.
Yeah, I only hit 50.
It's terrible.
Freaking QE, man.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Never ends.
Now,
enough about work.
Are there any more? Because I know that there was the fire that destroyed the majority of their stuff.
So, I didn't get a chance to read up on that. I wanted to, but it was after the last short film was made in the 90s and before Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I don't know that it was all of the Aardman sets, but all of the Wallace and Gromit sets were lost in a fire. which really stinks because that house was amazing. It had that great, cozy British, kind of suburb house feel to it. And I loved it. I felt like, I was watching Keeping Up Appearances or, any of those kind of slightly older British shows that I grew up loving and watching as a kid. And it's sad, but what they recreated for Curse of the Were-Rabbit is phenomenal. And I think that's kind of what led them to set everything a little differently in A Matter of Loaf and Death. It's a lot of it is just in this bakery or like bread factory. So
they didn't do a cool Clerks thing where, he just shows up, like Dante just shows up to the...
I don't remember Clerks.
Oh man, really? Black and white?
I mean, yeah, I know what it is.
Then,
I watched
then
it
then in
once,
Clerks 2, because like the
ago.
majority of it takes place in the gas station.
Uh-huh.
Then in Clerks 2, Dante goes to work just like he did at the very beginning of the movie, opens the thing and it's just on fire. And he's like, closes it, opens it up. Yep, still on fire.
I think I do.
And then
remember
it's like
that.
Color.
Right, I like it. Yeah. So no, they don't quite do that.
Any type of, when was Loaf and Baguettes or whatever?
That was 2008, so it wasn't that long ago. And I'm still hopeful
and
that they'll
Rabbit
do another
was
2005.
Yeah, we had that at the theater.
I'm still hopeful that they'll do more Wallace and Gromit. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Do you think they'll go back to the claymation, or do you think they'll do what they did with Flushed
Yeah,
Away?
I think so. I don't think they would. I don't think they've fully abandoned stop motion. They've done so many great things. Like we've talked about Chicken Run before, which I think you kind of liked that one, right?
Yeah, I like Chicken Run.
Yeah, I know you're not big on stop motion, but that's a really enjoyable movie. I think you would like Flushed Away. But on the stop motion side, they did a series which I think you might really like. It's called Creature Comforts. I think I've told you about it before.
I think so.
They just went out on the street and just
and they
randomly interviewed people and got that classic slice of life everyman kind of response to things, and then they use those as the voices of animals in a zoo, and so it's like they're interviewing the jaguar, and this is what he's saying about, oh yeah, I like the football team and blah blah blah, and it's a jaguar, and it's just this weird kind of idea that totally works out. What football team do I like?
No, what football team did the?
Oh, I just made that up. I don't know if they ask him about a football team.
Should be Chelsea.
Oh, it should be?
Should be.
I'm sure it is then.
Yeah, that's probably Tottenham. Or Leeds.
I don't know many of the
What's
Premier League
Liam's
teams.
favorite?
I don't remember.
Is it West Ham?
No, I don't think so. That's from IT Crowd.
Well, I mean, it's also what.
No, I know, but I think that's what you might be thinking
He's
of.
probably a Man City fan.
Yeah, I don't know what team he likes.
Yeah,
I know he
I
likes.
don't think he's a fan of the Spurs.
Doesn't he like the LA Galaxy?
He likes the LA guy. That's MLS though. We're talking about Premier.
I know. I don't know. I know British animated things, but I don't know football. Although in the Cracking Contraptions shorts, did you watch any of those on there?
What?
They also did a bunch of micro shorts.
I didn't know that there were shorts on there.
Okay, they're all shorts.
Well, yeah,
but they did a series of like
3 movies.
2-minute shorts, and they're on there. They're called Cracking Contraptions, and one of them is this
Are they Wallace and Gromit too?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have told me about that.
Oh,
I
well, we can watch them after, and it's just all little inventions that he's done and how they work or don't work, and to varying degrees. And one of them is a goalkeeper invention.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, they all kind of work. They're just goofy. It's like you don't really need that.
All right, ready to rank this bad boy?
Let's do it.
All right, so Gavin, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. You're gonna give this 4.5 Jiminy Crickets.
What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it 3 Dipper Pines.
Oh, that's higher than I thought you'd give it.
The only reason it's not higher because they were funny.
Okay.
They were a lot funnier than I was expecting.
Okay.
But Wallace.
He just bugs you, huh?
Yep. He falls flat.
Okay.
If it was just Gromit being Gromit in these situations, but the funniest thing about Gromit is how he reacts to Wallace. You got to have something for him to react to. I love how he does the almost like Parks and Rec thing where he just like looks at the camera. It's like, really,
Yeah,
guys?
he
Like
does.
that's perfect.
That's true. They break that fourth wall a little bit. Yeah, so you know me very well. This does definitely get a 4.5.
Oh,
I'm going to spoil it for people because they won't remember in October necessarily, but Curse of the Were-Rabbit is a solid 5 for me. Like they are so on point with that movie. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time. It's very good. Aardman as a studio, it was on my top 5 animated studio lists. They get a 5 from me.
Wasn't it
They're
your number
fantastic.
4 or 5?
I want to say it was number 3.
3? Oh,
I think it was ahead of DreamWorks and Aardman for me. I mean,
And
Laika.
Aardman. It was ahead of Laika?
Yeah, Aardman was on there twice.
It's like Aardman and DreamWorks and Aardman again.
Yes. Disney.
I
Aardman, Disney,
don't know. I
Aardman.
still like. I think I still like Laika better.
Laika makes things that are more in your like realm
My wheelhouse,
of
yeah.
natural likes. So that makes sense to me.
And we've got a Laika in The Word.
In one of our upcoming
What are we
months.
calling it? What are we calling it? It's Spooktober Volume 2, The Respookening.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. It's going to be awesome.
it's going to be great.
Sweet. Top 5 time?
Oh, Electric Spookaloo would probably be good too.
Ooh,
No,
that's
The
a good
Respookening. The Respookening.
Okay.
Yeah,
We've got time to nail it down. But I
Yes.
like the respookening.
I like that. Yeah, Respookening. All right, it's top 5.
Let's do it.
Top 5.
And now for another top 5.
Okay, so
That was a good one.
that was a loud clap. It's going to be a nice cue for you when you're editing.
Yes.
Excellent. So our top 5, we decided to... No, we didn't decide. The fans decided. Thank you, fans, for sending us your top 5 lists. And the one that got pulled out of the hat was top 5 comic relief characters. So that's what we're going to be ranking this week. You ready, dude?
Comic relief. Giggles and giggles. What? And go ahead. What's first?
Nailed it. All right, so these are characters that we see as really kind of only there for comical reasons. So my number 5 is from Big Hero 6. It's not going to surprise you that most of mine are Disney here. Big Hero 6, I'm going with Fred, who is clearly just there to add a comedy element to a movie that starts out quite tragic.
I like it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, really? I was waiting for you to
No, everything
expand
else.
more.
I think it speaks for itself.
My only complaint is because it's T.J. Miller in the movie,
Yeah.
but he's not going to be in the show.
Ah,
That's the part
that
sucks.
rarely happens though when they make a
I
show.
think it's one of the guys from SNL.
They're doing everything right now. Half the cast of Sing was
Is it
SNL.
Brooks Wheelan? No, it's not Brooks. Is it Brooks Wheelan? I don't know.
You're doing
It
a
may not
weird
be
like
Brooks
you're
Wheelan.
talking to an angel on one side and a devil on the other side.
Yeah, you know, that's how I do. My number 5, I went with a little Nickelodeon show called Invader Zim, and I went with Gurr.
I don't know this show.
So that's Gurr as a robot,
Okay.
and that's Gurr in its puppy dog costume.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Isn't it cute?
I guess.
It's cute. You wish you could draw like that.
I don't even know what that show is. I couldn't think of any TV shows that I wanted to put.
It was hard. Like, it was really hard for
Yeah, when
me.
I first thought about it, I thought, oh, I can come up with a bunch of these. But
Right?
yeah, it was.
And
it was
then having to
difficult.
sit down and think about it, it was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Back to me. Number 4. I'm going with everybody's favorite hamster from the movie Bolt, Rhino. You've
Who
seen that
voices-
movie,
no,
right?
I have not seen Bolt. Who voices Rhino?
No earthly idea. Rhino is the little hamster that rolls around the whole movie in that clear plastic ball. He's amazing. He's like a super fan of Bolt. And so when he meets him, he totally geeks out and he like is over the moon that he gets to join him on his quest and, fight alongside this super dog. Because you know the premise of that movie, right?
He's a superhero.
Well, he plays a superhero dog on TV, and
Like, I'm not a doctor, but I play
they've
one on
shielded
TV.
him from reality, so all of the special
So
effects.
it's like the Truman Show.
Kind of. So
Okay.
the dog in his mind believes he has these powers because every time he's barked at a enemy before, it has flown back, 50 feet. And
Does
so
he do
when he
one
gets
of those?
lost
Does he
in
do
the
one of
world,
those? Don't stand back, guys. I've got this.
Yeah.
Bark.
and nothing
And it's
happens.
like,
Yeah,
I said, bark, good sir.
exactly.
And then
Yeah.
John Travolta's like, yipes, and then he runs away.
Yipes.
I don't know how
like-
John Travolta sounds.
Well, apparently a little like Shaggy.
No, that's a little bit more stonery.
More stonery
More
than
stonery.
Shaggy?
No,
or
no,
Shaggy's
no.
more
Shaggy's
stonery?
more stonery.
Gotcha. I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of be like, your eyes can't be fully open when you're Shaggy. They have to be like half closed, like like that,
Excellent.
I wasn't gonna do a Shaggy because we would tear me
You
apart.
should watch
We'd
Bolt,
tear me
man.
to pieces. Well,
It's an underrated movie.
vamp for just 1 second.
It's not
Mr.
on our
Man.
list, I don't think.
Oh, it's not on our list. Well, good sir.
I don't think it is.
I'd like for you to see. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. I'd like for you to.
Yeah. This is an impressive reveal. This is
Were we not doing Super September?
good podcast material. Yeah, there's some sort of superhero month.
No, it's it's Swim Timber.
Swim.
Swim
Oh, that's
Timber.
right. Where we're doing all.
It was gonna be super. It
ocean
was gonna be
themed
Super
things.
September, and Bolt was gonna be on Super
There's
September.
some sort of like Justice
Justice
July or
July.
something. Okay. Bolt's not in there.
Bolt's not a Justice
Yeah,
League person.
that's fine.
Spoilers for what may or may not be in there. Not gonna say that there is, but yes.
I predict a whole lot of Marvel. Not.
Well, I mean, if they made a good animated movie, I'd put them in there, but I'm not seeing a good animated movie they've done. Anyway, for my number 4, from Disney's Big Hero 6,
Ooh.
I went with Fred.
Steeler.
I went with Tadashi. He's hilarious. Like, that cool thing where he vanishes and his hat falls. Oh, classic Tadashi.
Oh my gosh.
No, Fred.
Yeah, Fred's hilarious.
Fred's good.
I like him.
Fred is second to Wasabi in that movie. I mean, no, sorry. Wasabi is second to Fred in that movie as
Wasabi's
funny
pretty good.
characters.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And then Honey Lemon's like not even on set.
Aww.
She's just like,
No Honey Lemon Love?
no, get her out of
Really?
here. I hope
I
she's
like
not
her.
in the series. She
She's
is,
sweet.
but she's not.
She's no Go-Go. Go-Go's my girl. We
Go-Go's
all
the
know
best. Go-Go's the best girl other than his mom, his aunt.
that. Yeah, his aunt's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Is that Maya Rudolph? I think
Might as-
so.
might
I think
as well
it's Maya
be.
Rudolph.
I don't know.
19% sure it's Maya Rudolph.
That's a solid bet.
What's your number 3, Gavin?
Number 3, from a little movie called Cloudy with a Chance of Movie. With a Chance of Movie.
Cloudy with a chance of movies. It's
movie.
Meatball.
It's 100% chance of movie, but only a partial chance of meatballs. Steve, the monkey. Monkey sidekick Steve.
Like Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball, played by Alan Tudyk.
Wait, there's a
Grr,
guy in her
scurvy.
team that dresses like a pirate?
Yeah, you know, Steve the Pirate. Grr, scurvy. Yeah. Thanks for getting that.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah,
Oh, it's Steve the
Steve.
Pirate. Because clean shaven. Sorry.
Amazing. Alan Tudyk, great.
What was it?
Steve the
Steve.
pirate,
by.
but actually Steve the monkey.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Voiced by
Neil
PH.
Patrick Harris. I do know that one.
Yeah.
Yay.
And he just says, like, his name.
Steve. He says
And, like,
can.
a couple things.
And I think he says mustache.
See, I would have thought, in the amount of laziness as a voice actor
Mm-hmm.
in like big budget Hollywood stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it would go. Alan Tudyk has that stupid rooster in Moana
Oh,
who
yeah.
doesn't say a goram thing.
He barks like a chicken.
Bok. You know who else barks like a
And
chicken?
he-
You could
like a
get a
chicken.
real chicken and just
Yeah.
do that.
It wouldn't be as good as Alan Tudyk. Come on.
I don't know.
He chickens better than chickens.
That's he's actually technically a rooster, but
Which is a chicken.
and then there's Vin Diesel, who just says I'm Groot,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but it's like, but no, he inflects it. It's like, no,
yeah.
he doesn't. And then it's Neil Patrick Harris as Steve.
Steve, yeah. Actually, I thought of Groot when I was thinking of Steve. I was like, it's kind of like Groot because he really just says one thing.
But he actually said, here's
he
the
does
thing.
say a couple
Well,
things. Though.
Groot says like I'm Groot, and then we are Groot, and everyone goes and cries
I don't remember that.
at the very end,
Really,
right before he goes.
it makes sense.
Sure. My number 3, I went with a little anime called Bakano, and I went with Isaac and Miria. 2 of the best thieves in that whole entire show.
I like this.
Right?
That's them?
Mm-hmm.
Are they swing dancing here?
Yes.
That's
And they
pretty
also
cool.
make it into...
Are they Charlie Chaplin robbing?
Yes. They
Wow.
rob in whatever. They they dress in headdresses. They dress as Yankees at one point. Like
New
actual,
York
like,
Yankees?
New York Yankees and rob someone in New York.
Nice.
Like this one, I think one of the guys like, yeah, we just got robbed by Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle. It's really good.
That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah, because it takes place in like 1912, 1911.
Oh, it's actually a period piece.
Yeah, it's a period piece. It's a fantastic anime, and it all takes place on a train called the Flying Pussyfoot.
What?
The Flying Pussyfoot.
Language, Josh.
The Flying Pussyfoot.
Okay.
And so that was I actually only said it one time. We just looped it. So yeah, it's all basically taking part on this train, kind of like Murder on the Orient Express, a little bit. Mm-hmm. Fantastic anime. You should watch it.
How long is it? 8 seasons.
Nope,
562
one
episodes.
season. I think 22 episodes.
That's doable.
Yeah, and it's all contained. That's it.
Nice.
But they actually ascend into another series because, like I said, this is in the 19-teens, and there's another series that takes place now called Durahara. Durahara? It's Dur on the manga. It's just DRR.
No Dur.
Dur. But yeah, they're actually in there too. So they transcend time.
Right.
And you figure out why.
I don't know why.
I said you'll figure out
I
why.
thought you were saying now.
That's a series that I would like to watch with you.
All right.
That would be hey, when you get some time, we'll watch 3 episodes. And if you have any questions, I will be there. But yeah, they're hilarious.
Cool.
Isaac and Miria.
I like it.
Number 2.
They look cool. I like the look. My number 2 is from the best of the Disney Renaissance films. I'm going with Timon from The Lion King, who is part of a comic relief duo, but I don't cheat.
Wait a sec.
And
Hold on.
We're
on 3.
Are we?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I did 3. Steve.
What was
Did you not do your 3?
What was 5?
5 was Fred.
4.
Rhino. 3 was Steve. We're on 2.
Missed
Timon.
1.
You missed 1?
I didn't do my 3.
Okay, do your 3. You kicked it back to me, so I just thought it was me. Did we never do anything after Steve?
Wait. Oh. I read them out of order. That's my
you've
problem.
Ruined it.
I've ruined it. Mine.
All right, so your number
Isaac
2
and
will be your
Miria.
number 3.
Yeah, Isaac. Well, screw it. They're interchangeable. Number 2, guy.
Timon from Lion King,
What about Pumbaa?
who is part of a comic relief duo, as I said, but I'm not a cheater like you are. So I picked one, the funnier one, my favorite one, Timon.
But Pumbaa's a sensitive soul.
Yeah, he seems thick-skinned, but...
Oh, the shit. Sorry.
Oh, what's in a name?
It gets down hard. Now, okay, we'll stop.
Pumbaa, not in front of the kids.
Bum.
That bugs Charlie so much.
What? Did
She's
they
like,
break
it's
the fourth
not,
wall?
it's not dirty enough that you wouldn't say it. They should just say it. I was
It's
like,
Disney in
just a
1996.
funny
They don't
little
want to
joke.
say farted.
94, buddy.
94. They don't want to say
No,
farted.
that's the funny thing is that they totally could say farted, and they're just making a big deal out of it. That's what's funny about that joke.
Yeah, it's funny that they won't say the word farted, but they'll totally show a brother killing his brother in front of a child.
Murder.
And then the child goes and is like, Daddy.
Murder's different
gotta
than
wake
bad
up.
words, Josh.
Apparently.
Way different. And fart is the F word.
In
What's
Renaissance
your number
Disney,
2, dude?
Fart is my number 2. Are we talking about number 2s
Yeah,
now?
let's just go there.
My number 2, I'm going to go with another Disney thing from this little Disney show called Gravity Falls.
Ooh.
I went with Mabel
Seuss.
Pines.
Aw.
because
she's more than comic relief.
Essentially comic relief.
I don't know. She's a big part of like
well,
she's a main character.
The Stort and Dipper. I don't know, because we start off with Dipper narrating, and then we end with Dipper narrating.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
And it's written by Alex Hirsch, and Alex Hirsch is essentially Dipper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he was probably older than Dipper.
I said essentially. I didn't say he was Dipper. He's essentially Dipper.
I thought he was like a 9-year-old animation directing genius.
He is.
Yes.
But yeah, because Alex Hirsch has a twin sister as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's.
So wait, on that note, what was that text that you sent earlier? That picture of them you sent earlier?
Oh, that was
actually
a
taller version of them.
No, that
right?
was Star and Marco.
Oh, that was them dressed up as...
Yeah, they were at Comic-Con, and so they dressed up as Dipper and Mabel.
I did not even recognize that. I was like, what? I don't get this picture.
Yeah, because Mabel totally has blonde hair.
Did she in that picture?
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing I could tell...
Star.
The only thing I could tell is they looked taller. I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, whatever. Honorable mentions.
Yeah,
Mabel Pines.
I don't have an intimate knowledge of every detail of those characters like you do. Because you've watched it all a lot more than me.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah. But you've drawn them.
Honorable.
Both.
No,
technically.
I've drawn. Oh yeah, I have. I forgot about the New Year's
you've never
piece.
drawn. You did. You drew but the words. Mabel.
Grunkle Stan, Mabel. Dipper.
Did you sell that?
No, it's sitting in my drawer at the house.
I like that.
All right. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Get it one day. Maybe if you're good. All right. Honorable mentions. I just have a couple. Well, 4 actually. Apu from Aladdin, comic relief. You like Apu?
No.
Oh, wow. You and Charlie don't like monkeys.
Don't like monkeys.
It's weird. Olaf from Frozen, hilarious despite what you say, Josh.
Don't
Shut
like
up.
snowmen.
Pumbaa, the other half of Timon and Pumbaa.
Like warhogs.
Yep, he's good. And then
Halo.
This one's very specific. I went with the Minions from Despicable Me, but only the Minions from Despicable Me. Not the Minions from Despicable Me 2 or the subsequent Minions movies. There's enough.
Or even the Minions from Despicable Me 3.
Well, I don't know. They could be good again in that one. But what they did in the first movie was perfect. Everything after that has been overexposure.
Do we need to get you a shirt that says Make Minions Great Again?
I'd wear that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd wear that.
We'll make it yellow this time.
Because they were great in the first one. They
great.
were fantastic. But then everything after that became overexposure. Honorable mentions?
I procrastinated and have none.
Okay. I'll give you Pumbaa. Oh, wait. You already put him on your list.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did Timon and Pumbaa.
No.
Maybe I just dreamed that you would.
I said Isaac and Miriam.
Oh, it rhymes with Timon and Pumbaa. My bad.
Just do your one. My gosh.
My number 1 is...
Figaro from Pinocchio.
It's appropriate because it's another character who never says a single word. Gromit in Wallace and Gromit.
A character that doesn't say a single word.
Yep.
Maximus.
No, but good one. Same movie. Smaller and more green most of the time.
Flynn.
No way, dork. Pascal. He is hilarious. Have you ever watched the
Yes, I have.
The When Will My Life Begin scene and only watched Pascal? Have you ever done that?
And only watched Pascal?
Yeah.
No.
Watch that scene. Like, we should put it on after this and watch that scene when she's singing all the things that she's going to do, and then she like reads a book, and then she bakes, and then she plays chess, and then all that stuff that she does, and then she's like, when will my life actually begin? Like, he's like mimicking her the whole time, and he's freaking hilarious. You need to watch that.
Nice.
It's really good.
So, for my number 1, had a tie.
Oh my gosh. You're such a cheat.
So, this one I put on there just because I've been super into it lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, we went a little Miraculous Ladybug.
Oh my gosh.
I went with Plog. It's the little cat Kwame.
Uh-huh.
And then from Disney, I just put him on there just because I knew that you would be like, oh, he cheated 2 people.
I mean, you already cheated
at
number 3.
My technically number 2, but
nope,
anyway,
it's at number 3 now.
Anyway, yeah,
set in stone.
In the archives, it's written down as number 3. My number 1 is from Disney again. This is probably the most Disney characters I've had, other than when it's been a Disney-themed top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with, from Disney's Kim Possible, I went with one Ron Stoppable.
Oh, he's the funny one?
He's the funny one.
Okay.
Yeah, Kim's not really funny. Kim's just kick butt.
Okay.
And everything. But yeah, that's wrong. Voiced by Will Friedle. Believe it's pronounced Friedle.
I think on our show, the order in which things get mentioned with the highest frequency, it's Hercules, number 1.
I don't know. I think Tangled's number 1.
I think Tangled is up here. So I think
because neither one of us
Hercules.
mentioned anything from Hercules. But your number 1 was technically Pascal, and I did say Maximus.
Right now I am. So Hercules. Number 2 is either Tangled or Stargate, because we mentioned Stargate a lot. And then number 3 I think is Kim Possible, because you bring her up all the time.
And I would say Star Trek's probably number 4.
Star Trek's
We
up there
took
for
a lot about Stargate.
We do.
We talk a lot about
Yeah,
Stargate.
and a lot of times when we mention Star Wars or Star Trek, we also say, "Oh yeah, but Stargate did
But
that
Stargate's
better."
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we should. Next
We
time
love
we're on
Stargate.
Cloud City, we should do.
We should do a Stargate episode. They don't know anything about Stargate.
No, but we should debate how Stargate is better than Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Can you agree with that?
In
Except
some
when
ways, I do.
It cuts off at season 7.
It becomes very hard for me to compare TV shows to movies, and Stargate is mostly TV show.
Did you guys ever finish Atlantis?
Yeah, we slogged through that mess.
Oh, you weren't a fan of Atlantis?
I was not.
What about
not really. Like everything
which one was
that
worse,
I
Atlantis
wanted,
or Universe?
Universe. Everything I wanted out of Atlantis, they didn't give me.
You know, there is a Stargate cartoon.
I know. I haven't had the stomach to watch it.
It's not good.
I'm afraid.
It's really bad.
By the way, did you ever give Tron Uprising a chance at all? Did you start it?
No, I haven't started it yet. What's it on? Is it on Hulu or Netflix?
Hulu.
It's on Hulu?
It's on Hulu. You should watch like the first 3 episodes. Just give it a shot.
Well, right now I'm super into the D&D. But I'm finally caught up.
Finished Critical Role.
I'm finally caught up on Critical Role.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I stayed up last night. My problem is I live in Oklahoma.
Oh.
So
wait, you live in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
How do you get here to Bangor, Maine?
You mean how we get here to 62 West Wallaby Street? Well,
nice.
P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Maine. Do you think that's a little hey Aardman because they're both Wallabies?
Maybe I don't know.
No, it's the stupidest connection. What was I saying?
You live here in Oklahoma,
yeah,
so something's difficult.
I live here in Oklahoma because they are on the West Coast.
Who's they?
Critical Role, because they film in L.A.
Oh, okay.
So all of their stuff, their stream starts at 7:00 their time.
Oh, it's a live stream?
It's a live stream on Twitch. So that means we get it at 9:00.
Yeah,
and it's
I know how
really
time
hard
zones
for
work.
little Joshy to stay awake that long,
I
especially
know.
on a Thursday night when he has to go to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said school.
You do a lot of learning at Paycom. Okay.
Not really.
I had training once a day for this entire week.
Really?
Yes.
Is that what you...
They're big on the
Did
training
Corey
right
also
now.
have training? Because I would be
Probably.
I would be talking with him about Dungeons and Dragons, and he'd be gone for like an hour. And I'd be like, oh, I guess we're done. And he'd pop off and be like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, he's back. But
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
I finally caught up on Critical Role.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I fell asleep at midnight last night, so I only got 3 hours into. I think it's a 4-hour one. Wow. So they're long, dude.
I know, man. That's crazy.
But I get to play with them, so I'm gonna have to create another character. So I'm reading about rogues and everything like that, and getting my new class. I'm gonna have to paint my character.
Should probably watch
comes
the
in.
episode of Gravity Falls called Dungeons and
More Dungeons.
Yeah.
My
Just
guy's
to bone
name
up
will
on it.
be Probabilitor.
Yes.
Because it's the
Will
best.
you have an infinity-sided die?
Yes, and I will do my best Weird Al Yankovic impression.
That's awesome. I was telling
I should be.
Corey he
my
needs
guy.
to watch that episode.
Oh, he does. My guy totally needs to be. I mean, he's going to be a half elf, so maybe his name should be Hot Elf. And you, Hot Elf.
Nice.
That would be great.
I like it. All right, dude.
All right, ready
Think
to
we're
pack
good.
this puppy up?
Let's pack it away.
All right. So, Gavin, where can everybody find you?
Well, when I'm not at 62 Wallaby Street, they can find me here in Rapunzel's Tower or on Instagram and Twitter at Gavin Otteson Art. What about you, Pascal? Oh, wait, I'm the funny one. Are you the funny one on this show? Who's the funny one on this show?
When have you ever been funny?
Never. We have no comic relief on
Nope.
this show. Maybe when Brittany and Liam come on, they're the comic relief.
Well, I mean, Brittany, like I said, and I've said this multiple times.
Uh-oh.
Brittany,
I opened a can here, didn't
Brittany is allowed to come on whenever she feels like it. Whenever she needs to get away from the other one. And her and Remy just are like, oh man, I can't stand it anymore. Or he's off at Coke or something. They are more than welcome to come on an episode with us.
Hilarious.
We'll talk about whatever they want.
I like it.
And then I guess Liam's there.
Yeah.
He works at Coke, which is delicious.
The rivalry. The
Delicious.
rivalry continues. So, Josh, where
Ice
can
cold
everybody
Coca-Cola.
find you when you're not dissing Liam?
I'm always dissing Liam, but you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Josh L. Kane. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast and on Twitter at Animate Podcast.
You can also find us on the interwebs at www.animationstationpodcast.com, where you can find our episodes on the podcast tab. Is it podcast
Yep.
or listen tab?
Podcast
tab. And then if you're an iTunes or Stitcher person, you can download all of our iTunes and Stitchers
It's just episodes.
and subscribe to us and like us and rate us. Tell us we're awesome.
And don't forget, we have that Tumblr.
Oh my gosh, the Tumblr. Well, also don't forget, we got a big giveaway coming up.
We do have a big giveaway
talk
coming
about
up.
that before we close out the finale here?
Check out our Saturday post. We posted all of the awesome stuff that we're going to have
It's epic.
in the Audience Appreciation April giveaway.
Yes.
Now, your last day to enter is next Friday. Next Friday, the 22nd, is your last day to
21st.
22nd.
Okay.
Hold on. No.
Dude, grab that calendar.
No,
It's faster.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. We'll see who's faster. The 21st.
Thank you.
Shut up. The 21st.
My brother's
Friday the
birthday is on Saturday the 22nd, so
Oh,
I know.
well, you
it.
cheated. Friday the 21st is your last day to enter, but fear not, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There will be another giveaway in May
Oh, yes. Of a Japanese persuasion.
of an anime persuasion.
Exactly. Animation. We're
I don't
so
know.
good at this.
But I think our anime series is going to be animazing.
There it is.
Right.
Drop the mic on that one.
Thank you for listening to the Animation Station Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Animation Station Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Animate Podcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes. And join the conversation at SecretSuperheroClub.com, where you can connect with our podcast friends, Cloud City Cast, Getting Into Comics, and Shaun of the Gathering.